Yo, Canes fans, what's good, man? Just did the Syracuse preview, posting it for sure already. It's already uploading. Shout out all the U fans out there, man. It's your boy Wise, man. Shout out all about the U83, Rican Swag, Lonzo 1219, the U family. Shout out Rick Era. I'm gonna go ahead and do this mid-season review for the Canes. I will tell you this video, it might be a little all over the place. It's my thoughts and stats blended in one. It's going to be kind of long. So if you ain't a real Canes fan and you don't want to hear me talk about this shit, then you can go ahead and cut the fucking video off now. I'm not going to even lie to you, man. Definitely think that, you know, a lot of conversation needs to be had about different things, and stuff like that. So I'm going to go offense, defense, and then what to look forward to, and then talk about coaching a little bit, man. So I'm gonna start off with the offense. So far I'm gonna just do my critique. You know what I'm saying, real quick. Um, I'm satisfied with Malik. I know he's been extremely inconsistent, and that's just who he is, and I've come to accept it. He didn't make that terrible throw last game and throw a pick, which I told y'all we couldn't afford that. Excuse me, but he didn't make the terrible throw. He was inconsistent here and there, but we got it done. I do think that we'll just get into his stats. I'm not going to even go into the coaching part yet. So, so far he's averaging like 270 yards a game. He's only thrown 3 picks this year, which I definitely think is a plus. Only 3 interceptions, 12 touchdowns, man. Shout out to Malik, though. Keep doing what you're doing. I would like to see you be more consistent, man, but I like our passing attack. I think Rick is a little pass happy, though. And I say that because we're throwing the ball 34 times a game. And we are rushing it pretty much 32 times a game. But compared to what I think we should have been doing when we had Walton and Homer, that's where my assessment comes from with that. Last year, just in comparison so y'all can know where we are. Last year, 5 games in, Brad Kaya had only 1,181 yards. He was averaging 230 yards a game. How many TDs? 10 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. But you got to take into account also we had 15 rushing touchdowns 5 games in, and up to this point this year we only have 10, I believe. But I think the biggest thing too, man, is last year, because we like to look at how we're progressing. Last year, our schedule was fucking trash. Like, we played FAMU, FAU, App State the first 3 games. This year, we played Bethune, Toledo, Duke. Then we played FSU. Then we played Georgia Tech. So last year, even though I'm comparing the stats, it's not really a true depiction of what was really going on. Because we was only giving up, I think, 12 points a game or something after we lost to Florida State. So when you're looking at, comparing this year to last year in the starts, our opponents have been way more formidable than, the previous year. As far as with rushing, man, Homer had a big game last game. We averaging 199 yards a game rushing. So I'm satisfied with that. Think we'll just continue to do well on the ground, man. Homer is really looking like we're about to have running back U back. Because I don't know if y'all thought about this, but Mark Walton was potentially leaving after this year. Now, because he got injured so early in the season, I know he's not going to the NFL. So with that being said, Walton will be back next year. He'll be the starter, but he'll be splitting time with Homer if Homer continues to play well on a regular basis. So we are definitely going to possibly have 2,000-yard rushers for next year if Homer continues to run how he's running. So with the offense in general. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the receivers. Berrios so far has had a great year. We got 24 receptions, 326 yards, 5 TDs. He's already about to double what he did last year in production. So I'm satisfied with Berrios. He's doing his thing in the slot, man. He should only be in the slot though. He should never be on the outside. Ever. I don't know why he ends up playing out there sometimes. It hasn't been the last 2 games, but the first 3, they definitely had him split out wide. I'm like, yo, that's not for him. Stop doing that. Keep him in the slot. Langham. Langham has to play more. I don't know, if it's just right time, type of thing, but the catches that he's made in the clutch and the catch, he had 100 yards last game. He had 2 other really big catches for Malik. He just needs to play more, man. Cager, he should only play if we in the red zone. He should not be split out wide at all. Cager has not caught one deep ball that I can remember that Malik has thrown to him this year. And he's thrown him a lot. He threw him at least 4 in the Florida State game. He threw the game before, I think he threw him like 3. He was throwing him some when we was playing Bethune. Like, that's not his game. Let that guy play on the goal, you know what I'm saying, in the red zone and throw him fades down that way. He's not a fast guy. So to be trying to get it to him downfield, he's just not getting to where he needs to be. That guy needs to play tight end, man. He needs to be an additional tight end. I don't know why they keep saying we don't have tight ends when we got dudes like Cager that can line up at tight end. He can also block really well. He's 6'5". He's a big body. Langham can also be at tight end. Langham blocks extremely well. They say 6'4". He's not really 6'4". He's taller than that. He like 6'4", 240, 250. Put him at tight end, go in a trip tight end set, and you can have him stretching the field. It's something that they wouldn't even expect. They wouldn't pick up on it because we haven't done it yet. But that's another story. Armon Richardson, the 2 games he's played in, he got like 75 yards, 174 yards. Definitely looking forward to seeing him play more. I hope he's healthy this week for Syracuse. I don't have any complaints with the receivers. And their performance, we've blocked extremely well. I'm pretty sure we have the best blocking wide receivers in the country. Our receivers block so well, bro. Like, that shit is like one of the main reasons that we're having good runs. Like, the receivers are dedicated to blocking. And I want to shout out to the coaches because, the young guys, Harley, I'm saying Mike Harley and Jeff Thomas, them boys be out there blocking their ass off. And they're little. You know what I'm saying? Berrios, he's going straight to he's definitely probably getting drafted by the Patriots or somebody. He blocks well, runs routes well. We do a great job blocking. So shout out to the receivers. We got to get Herndon more involved. Herndon got 18 catches on the year. And Michael Irvin got 3, whatever. Our tight ends only have 21 catches on the year. That is a problem. Last year, Njoku ended the year with almost 700 yards, 698. Herndon had 390-something last year. He's on track to have potentially almost less yards, and he's the starter this year. I don't understand why they're not getting him involved, man. The guy can play, but we need to get our tight end involved in the offense. It's a whole nother dynamic for the defense to have to worry about. And it's something that we really need to address, man. As far as Jeff Thomas, great game. Would have liked to see him finish it up on a 70-yarder. But they need to put Thomas and Harley in space still. We need to see it. Just put them in space, see what they can do. Same thing with Richards. We need to – I'll get into that on the coaching aspect, man. Offensive line has played okay so far, in my opinion. Against elite level defense, which I would consider Florida State to be for sure. And Duke was pretty good defensively. I'm not going to lie. We haven't fared well necessarily, but I think part of that, is the play calling. So I would like to see, better play. I didn't see Tyree St. Louis get killed as much in the Georgia Tech game, but I think it was him that was allowing that pressure, if I'm not mistaken. I have to go back and watch the tape. Um, that's pretty much about it for offense, man. We averaging like 34 points a game, which I think is good. Malik could be more consistent, but I appreciate the job you're doing, dog. Like, continue to do your thing, man. Kicking. We'll go ahead and touch on the kicking, man. Badgley has done an excellent job so far. I definitely want to commend him. Let's just go ahead and go into special teams then. Fiegels has to punt better. Like he's gotten a lot of lucky breaks. And then some of them haven't been so lucky, but his punting so far has not been good. I know he's a true freshman and all, so I'm willing to live with it, but he put us in some real fucked up positions in that Georgia Tech game in particular, and in the Florida State game a couple of times. So he just has to do a little better, man. Back to the offense. Oh my God. I forgot about this. So I apologize, y'all, for going back to the offense when I said I was on special teams. But I gotta put this out there. On third down, we are terrible. We are terrible on third down, and we have to get it fixed. The good teams are good on third down. Well, let me be clear. The elite teams, we can't keep playing with fire. We was 2 of 12 on third down against Georgia Tech. 2 of 12. That just can't. That's inexcusable. 2 of 12? Yo, we was 7 of 17 against Florida State. That was damn near the best we did the whole year. We was 4 of 12 against Duke, 3 of 9 against Toledo, 4 of 8 against Bethune. And I don't even count the Bethune game. We have to get better on third down. In comparison to last year, on third down, we were atrocious last year all the time. We have to get better at that, man. Like, that's some make or break type stuff, man. The elite teams are pretty good on third down. So we definitely got to get that handled. Part of that is play calling. Most of that I put on Malik, though, because too often he's taking a shot on 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. Get the fucking first down, bro, and take the shot, like later on. But guess I'm off that. Return game, Jeff Thomas averaging like 22 yards, per. That's solid. Berrios actually averaging, I think, like 17 yards per punt return. He's sure-handed back there. So, I'm happy with that. Let's see. Let me make sure I ain't missing nothing I wanted to go over offensively. Only giving up 10 sacks so far. We're good. Okay. Defense. Now, we really finna get into this shit. This gonna be quicker than expected, but this video probably like 30 minutes. Fuck it. Defense. So last year, Jamal Carter led us in tackles. He wasn't good in coverage. We all know that, but Jamal Carter was 100% tackler. Quarterman was second. Rashawn Jenkins, then Cornelder, then Pinckney. So far this year on defense, I'm going to just give you my breakdown. The secondary is obviously not good. We've played better. Excuse me. We've played better. Last time I saw Delaney in Florida State game, he looked pretty good. Malik Young has been pretty good overall this year. He's been our best deep corner so far. Has a problem turning his head around. That's just technique. I'm not going to even get on that, man. I just leave it alone. We know our DBs aren't that good. Robert Knowles does not need to play anymore. And I'm not saying this to try to dog the kid or nothing like that, but he's been fucking trash. And I think earlier in the year I was like, yeah, man, we might need to play Robert Knowles a little more. He's terrible. He's fucking terrible. He I don't think he understands that he's playing safety. I saw him get beat twice in a Georgia Tech game. One was pass interference. The other one was a completion for about 40 yards or 30, whatever it was. He's fucking terrible, bro. Get him off the field. I don't even like red wine, honestly, but red wine is so much better than Robert Knowles that is ridiculous. And that's why I'm finna step back from questioning who Manny Diaz is putting on the field from the secondary perspective. Because our 1 and 2 drop off is horrendous. You know, Knowles almost blew the game for us against Florida State. And then he damn near almost blew the game for us against Georgia Tech. Get that boy get him off my field, man. I don't want to see that boy on the field no more. Let him play special teams, and that's it. Play Bandy more. I think Javonte Dean probably should get a couple more looks. You know, Michael Jackson has played really well last game. I got to give it to him. He's played pretty well as of the last 2 games outside of that stupid penalty he caught. So yeah, shout out Jaquan Johnson, man. I wasn't really big on the kid. I still don't think he's good in coverage, but he's second on the team in tackles right now. He has 34 tackles. Quarterman leads the team with 35 tackles. But Johnson has played, he's been really important for us so far. So I got nothing but good things to say about the kid. I still think he takes the wrong angle sometimes, but he's gotten way better at it. He lacks elite speed, but he's making the plays. And I would like to see Amari Carter play more still, for sure. Yeah, definitely like to see him play more for sure. Definitely over Robert Knowles. He got to be better than him, honestly. We're going to get on these linebackers, man. Quarterman, Pinckney having pretty good years so far. I expect the tackles to pick up a little more, but, we are rotating these guys out, so they're not getting as much burn as they got necessarily last year. But D. Delaney also has 21 tackles right now. Shout out to him. Part of that was from him getting beat so much early on, but he's good in run support. Malik Young got 18 tackles. Joe Jackson, he's been playing pretty good so far. Trent Harris is actually leading the team in sacks with 3.5 right now. Chad Thomas got 3 sacks. I kind of want to get into this McLeod thing. McLeod, in my opinion, needs to be benched. Y'all might kill me for this, but McLeod has regressed so much this year. It's ridiculous. And if you even look back to last year, he only had 37 tackles. And to factor in the fact that he started and he only had 37, and then Pinckney had 61, you know what I'm saying? And Quarterman had 84. I said, I'm not going to judge him because Jamal Carter and Corn Elder and Rayshon Jenkins all had 70-plus tackles. Well, he only has 13 tackles this year. That is ridiculous. And then when you factor in that I've seen him miss about the same amount of tackles, it makes it. He missed at least 7 or 8 Florida State game. He missed some last game. I don't understand. And he hasn't been hurt. He's not making plays. He's taking the wrong reads. Sometimes Pinckney and Quarterman get too aggressive, and they'll make a wrong play. But I'm going to live with it because overall they play well. But McLeod, I think he needs to be benched, man. Personally, I think Darian Owens plays a lot better than McLeod. If you just watch the tape or whatever, Owens is out there making plays. I think he has 11 tackles on the year or something. But I just would like to see him play more. Let me see if I have it written down. He has 9 tackles, but McLeod only has 13, and he's the starter. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand that, man. Shit just crazy to me. Now, as far as defense, we got, 17 sacks right now so far. Pass rush been pretty good, man. I can't complain. We averaging almost 3 sacks a game. basically. Definitely could be higher. Picks, we got 4 so far. We only had 6 all of last year, even though our secondary play was much better. But like I said, man, we giving up 18 points a game. Can't really complain too much overall. I am going to complain about the alignment, though. We still having alignment issues, and it's all Manny Diaz's fault. I don't care what he says about players. Dog, like, before the Florida State game, we wasn't even covering the slot receiver, right? Really. We did it in the Duke game some. We wasn't even really covering the slot receiver, right? Now that we kind of covering a slot receiver more often, he's having the safety play 10 yards off the line. Dog, what are you doing? The safety being 10 yards off the line, you might as well not even line him up over him. I don't understand that, dog. We got to get better with that, man. The zone blitzing has to stop, Manny. The zone, I'm on to looking ahead now with the coaching. The zone blitzing has to fucking stop, bro. That shit has not been effective at all. You're confusing our players more than you're confusing the other team. You like, oh, well, I can't put 11 functioning guy. You're trying to zone blitz and shit. Stop doing that. Stop that zone blitz and shit, man. Seriously. That shit is out of hand. Got these papers in front of me because we really got to get on to this shit here. So we all know how we feel about the defense and alignment, with Manny Diaz. Since I'm talking about it, man, I'll just go ahead and hit my other key points I wrote down real quick. Got to get the alignment issues right. Have to. Stop playing Mike Smith. I think he played pretty solid last game, but stop putting that boy on the field. He's ass. I don't want to see him out there. No disrespect to bro, but when I see him out there, usually he's lost. He's really lost. He be missing tackles. Get him off the field. Darian Owens need to start over McLeod. Robert Knowles don't need to play no more. The D-line overall looks great, man. I can't really, complain too much about the D-line. We got to do better with our assignments on, like, special teams or whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, with the staying in our lane as far as kickoff. But other than defense, I'm done, man. As long as Manny make his adjustments faster, we'll be fine. So we going to get on to Mark Richt. Because I watched Alonzo 1219, the U Family video, and he was talking about, Mark Richt and saying, people was giving him a pass. I've been talking about it the whole year. Salute to you, though, bro. Excuse me. We have to do a better job. My first question is, and feel free to comment, man. I'm definitely open to all the comments. Why don't we have any pre-snap movement? Dog, we don't send anybody in motion at all. We go line up, and wherever we lining up, we going to line up at. Dog, the pre-snap movement will just help Malik out even more. He'll know for sure if they're in man or not. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got, whether if it's Berrios or Richards or whoever, send somebody in motion. If they follow, they in man coverage. If they don't follow, then they're in zone. So now you can be aware of what's happening. You know what I'm saying? It'll also help, when they're trying to send certain blitzes. Because when you move somebody around, if they're committed to blitzing like that and they're a man, then you know what's going on, man. Like, and also, it's just something else that they have to take account for. Like, these dudes not elite. You know what I'm saying? They not all up here defensively, so having the pre-snap movements will help free up certain players. You know what I'm saying? It'll help Malik out, recognizing blitzes more. It'll help out with the RPO. Like, it does a lot. And I think that's something that Mark Richt is missing the ball on, man. Like, I tried to talk to some UGA fans to see if he used to use, a lot of pre-snap movements at UGA, but I can't really remember. But we definitely need to incorporate that. So, and is that on Mark Richt? Or is Malik not comfortable, with the movement before the snap? I'm not really sure, man. But another thing, Mark Richt, You have to point out to Malik that he needs to stop taking shots downfield on third down. That's part of the reason our third down percentage is so terrible. Dog, y'all got to coach him up. When it's 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, and I'm watching him throwing a bomb to Cager downfield that's never been caught, he has to stop doing that. You can run, my G. Tuck it, run, get the first down, and then after you get the first down, you take the shot. You don't take shots downfield on third down like that. That's not, excuse me, that's not what third down is for. I think that's a coaching thing, though. Like, they still haven't gotten him to step away from doing that, and I truly think that that's a problem. That's part of the reason our offense gets fucked up at times. And Mark Richt them have to address that, man. Like, they can't be letting that shit go because we giving away possessions. Let me see. Stop splitting Cager out wide. I already said that shit. We need to design plays to try to put Chris Herndon on the edge a little bit, man. And if we not going to do that, we especially need to make sure we go into him on those 3rd and shorts. Either him, Berrios, or Richards should be, like, focused on 3rd and short. Also, man, Malik, last game, and a lot of time, he don't even look for the running back out the backfield unless it's a screen. Or if they specifically have lined Mark Walton up, like in the Duke game, to beat the linebacker, man. He got to look for the back out the backfield a little more, in my opinion, as well, man. Spread. Why don't we use the spread, man? That Florida State game, we end up doing trips on one side, isolating Richards. Then we did, you know what I'm saying, 4 wideouts. Between Harley, Thomas, Langham, Richards, and Berrios, dog, we got 5 receivers that we can put on the field. Why not go 4 wide, you know what I'm saying, and put Jeff Thomas in the backfield and have him split out, or have Homer back there and just be with the pistol and just go spread offense on them. Go spread, you know what I'm saying? Then we go spread. We had to hurry up. Well, if you got Langham and Herndon out there in the spread as well, you can go back to a traditional set. Put him at tight end. Put him at receiver. Have Richards at receiver, whatever. Berrios in the slot. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got to switch it up a little bit, man. Be, less predictable. Like, these teams know our sets. They know our routes. We're past the midway point of the season now, so the playbook has to open up. I would even like to see a trick play, you know what I'm saying, with DJ Dallas. I mean, he can throw. So if we're going to put him in the backfield or whatever, run a trick play or two, man, open it up. Don't do no more fucking onside kicks when we got the momentum either coming out of halftime. That shit was just fucking stupid. We need to put Harley, Thomas, and Richards in space. We got to. We got elite speed. We need to use it. We're not utilizing our speed. That's one of the main things that's been bothering me so far this year. We have not utilized our speed. Bro, we got to do fucking better with this shit. Like, we got some real burners out here, and we not even using these dudes. Like, continue to give Homer 18 to 22 carries a game. It's crazy that Homer got 20 carries, though, but they would never really give Mark Walton that many carries. That's another story. More dynamic play calling, though, man. Keep them guessing. Langham definitely need to play more. Mark Richt, I don't know what the fuck you got going on, but that boy out there making plays, man. And we just got to play with a little more consistency. I've looked at all our game tapes over and over and over. And so far, I think we have the possibility to still win the 10 games. We could run the table. I'm not going to lie. But we haven't been consistent enough to convince me that we can run the table. So I'm sticking with my 10-game prediction. The defense overall has been pretty good. They was looking shitty at one point with alignments and everything. But we just got to play more consistent. We play more consistent football. We're making that mark towards becoming elite, man. I don't know everything. I don't claim to know everything. So whatever comments y'all got, man, definitely leave your comments. We can talk about anything y'all want to talk about. And that's just, my take on the midseason review so far, man. Signing out, man.